Okay, very nice to see so many participants. Can I request every one of you to please settle down? Take a few minutes. Understand, next 21 minutes, consciously spend the time on experiencing the initiation, simulating the initiation, digesting it, and manifesting that as an experience in you.
Female bodies waiting in the gate.
I request every one of you
Trigunama.
sit for a few minutes.
What to do?
They want to go out, man.
Okay, okay.
Open the gate.
Asil Abdullaya
You come
saying
in.
today's darshan felt so calm and peaceful. Wow, very nice. And
You opened that
Vishwanathanaya,
phone,
how did you
man.
enjoy the
I'm new to
darshan
the
today?
session.
They have phone. They want to.
The phone is out there, mom.
Reshavaya and Kunyushan.
Without knowing, I can't say I'll open. Say open.
You say.
Actually, my Shanta
Send the
means
message.
those of you that have already attended the PSN.
I'll ask her.
Continue attending
Late
the
for this session.
Paramashivoham 3. If you are
Okay.
not done Paramashivoham 1,
Talk to the relevant people and do that.
1 and then 2 and then 3. So if you have completed
Not
1 and
me.
2, you can join the Paramashivoham level 3. And similarly, those of you who have not attended Paramashivoham 1 and directly joined Paramashivoham 3, please ensure you are attending Paramashivoham 1 and 2. Today's initiation, right? Swamiji has gifted us the experience of the ability to experience the deep oneness, that Paramashivoham 1 and Paramashivoham 2 participants, you all will be guided by your acharyas to continue manifesting the powers in your respective programs. And please understand, every prayer, every you have asked today is all blessed by Swamiji. And very nice to see Vishwanathanaya, Asil Abdullaya, Ma Jenny Trang, Khalil Wong, Kunyushen. Very nice to see all of you sitting sincerely in the participating. Now, all of you will be guided further in your.
Thank you, ma. Nithyanandam, everyone. Now, please share your darshan, beautiful darshan experience in the chat. And also post your powerful cognitions from Living Enlightenment book. We're going to manifest the power of third eye before we continue our rest of the sessions for today. Great heart opening session. Awesome experience, ma, no words. And today darshan felt so calm and peaceful. And awesome, Vishwanathan, awesome experience, no words. And wonderful. So now, please post your powerful cognitions from Living Enlightenment book. Yes. Now, please sit straight with your head, neck, back, straight line. Visualize Swamiji's form in your third eye. Any thoughts that are coming in the way, just let it come, let it go. Bring your attention back to your third eye again and again and again. With heart filled with Swamiji's form. Complete awareness on your third eye. Forget rest of the body. Forget everything. With this space, start chanting the Mahavakya intensely. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Start chanting the Mahavakya and experience the space of oneness. With that space of oneness, scan through your third eye and manifest the power of third eye. So I'm going to project the picture. Scan through your third eye and manifest the power of third eye.
Shivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Nithyananda.
Yes. Now, all of you, open your eyes and post whatever your third day reveal in the chat. Ma Elizabeth, Chloe, Darsan, and Ma Trank. Whatever your third day, Karunakariya, Raishoma, Chante, all of you, please post whatever your third day reveal in the chat. Yes, I'm going to project the picture now. This is what I projected. So let me see your responses. Galaxy, Vishwanathan, to manifest Darshan, integrate. Oh, okay. Saw your projection. Okay. So that's why always advise to tie your eyes with eye band. It always happens to many. Just open the eyes. All right. So now we move on to our next sessions. So you have any questions of what we have studied so far, what we understand so far? Do let me know. What are all we studied so far? What are all we understood, learned, experienced? Can you all internalize? Or I'll ask questions, you can post your answers. What is an incompletion? Whatever your understanding, it doesn't need to be a definition. Your understanding, you can post in your language. It doesn't matter. It's just for you to remember. And for me to know whether you understood it correctly or not. So, Chante says, whenever we have an emotional reaction like frustration, anger, betrayal, dissatisfaction, it is evidence of an incompletion. Wonderful, Ma. And guilt, shame, sorrow, even. Yeah. So, whenever we want to blame or accuse, it is an evidence of incompletion. Wonderful. And what else, Ma? And Vishwanathan? Okay. Pain and suffering. Vishwanathan posted pain and suffering, emotional imbalance, and powerlessness, making to leave us in completion. Yes. Absolutely. Perfect. Whenever you feel life is not good, depressed, feeling powerless, feeling life has to be lived blissfully. Swamiji, one of the Swamiji talk, we learned that suffering is, we are taught suffering. And suffering is a lie. It's, we are entertaining our powerless cognitions, entertaining all the incompletions, pent-up incompletions, leading to suffering, pain and suffering. So when we start practicing completion, we start experiencing the space of completion, which is bliss. That is what our natural state is. We are born to be blissful. So if anything less than that, if anything not experiencing that state, it is our patterns working on us. Anything low mode, any, even anger, frustration, hopelessness, there are many. Whatever makes you so hopeless in life, impossibility in life, anything to achieve, you're seeing impossible. All that, understand, you have an incompletion. So what do you need to do after that? Okay, now we understood very clearly what space you're holding. Very, very clear. Very clear what is an incompletion. You are able to identify you have an incompletion or not. Then what needs to be done after that? Yes, at least you're brought to the awareness that, yes, I have incompletions. Then after realizing that, what is the next solution? What to be done? What to be done now? In your own language, please post it. Whatever is understanding so far. Then we have to recollect and relieve some of the situation. At the same feeling, we have to complete it. Wonderful. We need to recollect the childhood incidences and write it down. Bring to the complete awareness with all the details, including as much detail as possible, including the dress that you wore, the room or outside, who are all there in the every minute details you remember. You remember and post it and write it. Then that gives you to visualize back, to transfer back to that age, isn't it? If you, Vishwanathan, supposing if you are 25-year-old, say for example, if you remember your current context of 25-year-old, what is your understanding about life situation now? Your understanding when you're 3-year-old, 5-year-old, 25-year-old, your understanding about life is totally different, isn't it? Say you got mad at your mom when you are 5-year-old about what she said to you. But do you have the same anger now? No, right? You started crying bitterly for a toy when you are a 7-year-old. Do you cry for the toy? No. You have different things now, which you feel the same when you are 50-year-old and 75-year-old, isn't it? But right now, you don't cry for a toy. But that age, you cry for a toy, you fight with your spouse, with your sibling, right? With your friend. Or you go to the shop, you ask your parents to buy something, they don't buy you, and then you cry. So those things, you don't do that now because you're beyond that. There's nothing like right, wrong here. Oh, why did I do that? Do you say that? That is what our understanding, that is how we are. We are growing constantly, right? So, but what happened at that time, we are not, that emotion, see, we quit the toys. We quit maybe the childhood friends. The person may have changed. Situation may have changed, but the emotion that we entertain about us, not changed. We are still the same child inside sitting. Are you able to catch this? We are, see, if you cried for the toys, we are incomplete, we become powerless for the toys. For example, each one of us has a certain things. I'm taking an example of Vishwanathan crying for a toy when he was really 6-7 years old, say 6 years old. He became very incomplete with that, very powerless. Everybody takes from me everything. Nobody gives me anything. That is his inner image, for example. Nobody leaves me anything. Everybody, I'm feeling so powerless, they just grab things out of me. He doesn't want the toys now. He doesn't cry for the toys, that outside things. But that feeling, now he feels for something, maybe job, something, that feeling of what he felt inside, that powerlessness, that carrying forward till now. And affecting the situation now, affecting the present now. Whatever you are doing, that feelings are coming in the way and react. You are unknowingly reacting, unknowingly bringing that feelings to what is happening now, your current situation. Whatever something happened in the past, hangover, sitting in the present, affecting your present. Naturally, what if you don't do the things in the present, it affects your future, isn't it? So that is what is an incompletion. You don't let go of that emotional baggage, what you felt about you when you become that incomplete. So that feeling, you have to come out. That feeling has to be completed. And of so many, we have discussed one example of, say, crying for the toys. There are so many when we are growing up, so many with the different people, with parents, with spouse, so many things we must have experienced incompletions. So of all these observed, there is one dominant pattern which affecting every aspect of our life, that is root pattern. You bring that pattern into everything in your life. That has become your default understanding about life. That become your default understanding about your wealth, about your, say, for example, everything everybody grabs away. Supposing Vishwanathan has this feeling. I'm just saying for the example's sake, Vishwanathan, don't think. So he will feel, oh, at the work, this opportunity, my friends grabbed. I felt left alone. Right? So he will feel the same feeling about about the opportunity that they just grabbed away. But he will not understand that he was the one denied with his self-denial, the opportunity. He was the one entertained that feelings of low self-image, that self-denial, all that. So that is root pattern. Then what is completion? How do we do the completion? Now you identified pattern, you have to go back and bring in, write down the incidences, recollect, and now how do we do the completion? Very, very important. You need to get the right. Otherwise, you'll come back and say, oh, I'm doing completion, but it did not work. Are you doing it rightly? So that's why. So how do you do the completion? What is reliving to relieving? What is reliving to relieving? Whatever you remember, please post it. So we re-experience the event as it happened at that age, what we did, see, hear, feel, taste, touch, etc. Wonderful, ma'am. You forget the current context. We don't just remember it, but we live it. Yeah. If you remember, you're strengthening the pattern. As the chanters feel at this moment, oh, that is what we're doing unconsciously, by the way, isn't it? That is not completion. That is what we are remembering all the time what happened. And that feelings only we are carrying forward and living the present moment also with the same feelings. That's why the pattern is getting strengthened, isn't it? So remembering only strengthens the patterns. Remembering does not lead you to completion. So what is remembering? If you remember present context, if you remember, say, for example, in the example that we were discussing about a child playing in the rain and mother drags the child, slaps her and drags the child into the room. The child was so blissful playing merry-go-round and, but suddenly the slap and this dragging, that she felt like mother is kind of a demon. She may not use that particular word, but mother is the most, she may not use that word, demon or whatever language she knows that might have used. But what the felt that powerlessness, mother is so, nasty or mean. That what happened, so powerless, helpless, that she can't do anything. That feeling, what happened to her nervous system with that feeling, that needs to be completed. After she grows up, she remember the incident, but oh, my mother did it because I may get sick, I may get fever. That's why she did it. You are justifying after you are grown up. You love your mother, no doubt about it. But you think that you justified the incident and did the completion is zero result. Okay, justification does not lead you to completion. Remembering strengthen the pattern does not lead to completion. These two things you need to remember. So your respect for your mother, your love for mother does not question by anyone. I'm just taking this example so that you apply this thing into your examples, your life situations. So, but what happened at that moment, that feeling you have to complete. That for that, what exactly you felt about your mother, you have to write down. What kind of a dress you wore, how your outside is there, how your mother looked at that time, everything in detail, you write how blissful you are playing, really, playing with the rain, all that, just how blissful you are, and suddenly how the mother dragged and what are the sudden shock you got at that time. That needs to be relived exactly when you're 3-year-old. Don't remember anything about now. If you remember anything about now, it's simply called remembrance, and the pattern only strengthened. Nothing is going to happen. When you relive that, it relieves your system. You're basically correcting what happened at that time. Altering the past. Understanding? So the two things you need to remember while you take some time to visualize how you were. Don't start right away. Say, for example, you wore some blue dress. If you don't remember, don't get panic. Whatever details you could remember, you remember. Some details you can't remember, forget about it. Don't create another incompletion that, oh, I'm not able to remember anything. No, whatever you remember, with the details, you visualize, you forget who you are now, you visualize how, you visualize some scenes before leading to that incident. You travel back to that age, incident, place, everything. Then start reliving. You should forget about current context now. You simply are a small boy or girl, simply playing, how blissful you are, and all that incident that as it is happened, as much detail as possible, you write it. Actually, it brings you more awareness. Then relive that. You simply, what you feel like crying, you feel like anger, everything you enact, everything you relive. No need to suppress at this moment. You feel like getting angry with your mother, get that. So simply, but here, what is the difference is you're aware of what you are going through. You're consciously reliving the whole incident. You're bringing that time happened unconsciously. You didn't know that you're entertaining these patterns, right? Now, with that is the only difference you are reliving. You just completely reliving with awareness. So with reliving to relive, if it is a very strong pattern, you may have to relive with intensity few times to relieve that. Is it clear? This is reliving to relieve. And mirror, what you do, you just put the mirror as close as possible and lock your eyes to the mirror. Not put like this and see your beautiful face and I have to fix my hair, I have to do this, right? All that, if you talk, if you think, if you put a little bit away, you will think only about your face. You think only about, you can't relive. You only see your face, nothing you remember. Is to put as closely as possible, lock your eyes into the mirror. So chanters, yes, wonderful, ma. Thank you. So that is mirror example. Mirror, doing with the mirror, actually, remove the distraction. See, find out your own easy. Find out what your, there are many methods Swamiji has given. You see what is working for you. Don't have, again, one more inclination. I don't know how to do mirror in completion. So completion is not working for me. Don't come back with that. Okay. If mirror, try it sincerely. If it doesn't work, that technique is not for you. You figure out another technique for the same method. All techniques works. Your sincerity, your intensity matters. First of all, there is one thing that is needed for completion. What is that? Okay, we have learned all that. What is completion, what is the method of completion, and what is the technique, what is the mistakes that we do, all that we learn. But all this to work, there is one thing that we must have it. What is that? One main thing. Essence we need. Connection with the Mahadev. That's a different story, ma. That's a different technique. There is one technique for completion, by the way. You need past to complete. Yes. You need some past. Why do we need to have? But this is nice. Yes, we need to have some past to complete. Yes, Vishwanath, that is one thing. Yes, now you have past to be completed. Even that also there. Then, but still, there is one thing is needed. Now you identify your past. You identify a lot of past route, written, so much written. This bundle is there. Heavy load of past. Now what is it? There's one ingredient, one thing that is needed. A mirror? Hey, without mirror also, Lingodbhavan, one can complete. Because some people don't like mirror technique. Because the moment they see only their face. No completion they remember. Mirror is also essential, but not a must. Mirror is essential for mirror completion technique, but not a must. But there's one thing that I am asking, which is a must. The reason I'm asking for you to internalize, so you remember. If I say simply, you will just forget. This one thing, you have a baggage of past, and you have written this big bundle, you have a mirror. Yes, all set up, ready, movie ready. But there is something still needs to happen. Relive, yeah, that is a technique. Relive, mirror technique, relive technique, past is ready. Chant is post perfect. Chant. Desire, your decision to complete. Your desire to complete. Your decision to completion is a decision. Isn't it? Does it make sense? Does it make sense? You need to have that decision. Come what may, I need to complete. I am carried enough of this garbage. Literally, you're living in a junkyard in the system. So you need to see, you have moved into a house. The previous people, a rented house. Previous people did not clean. You clean your house or not before moving in or moving in and sitting with that junk, smelling all bugs, sitting like that only, doing all the work is your decision. But to clean the house, you need to make a decision, isn't it? You may use vacuum cleaner, you may use some simple, broomstick. You may use wet cloth. You may call some help, outside help. Methods are different. So you are busy, you can't do by yourself. You call for some help, staff, and you get it done. But for that to happen, you need to make a decision of cleaning your home, isn't it? Whether you use vacuum cleaner, whether you do it personally with a broomstick, whether you call for help, any technique, any method you do to get everything leads to cleaning the room only, isn't it? Some broomstick may take a little bit more time, and the help, you will do some other work, your important work. And different advantages, disadvantages are there for each one. But for that to happen, you need to make a decision, isn't it? You need to have that desire. Perfect merchant. Awesome. If that is missing, if you are not willing to complete whatever technique you will do, it will not complete. This is what? Perpetual completion, instant completion. With your power of will, you drop the incompletions. Right? With the power of will, it's a simple decision. Everardo, yes. Are we still continue to live with the junk and leading our life? Going crazy with all the things. Like, house is dirty, you go crazy, isn't it? Wherever you see dirty, you get frustrated about everything. Similarly, you get anger, you get violence, you get frustration, you get, powerless modes, depression. You want to continue to live like that, helplessly, not manifesting, seeing everything as impossibility, or you want to make a decision. I am Paramashiva. I have to get out of these feelings. Let me declare my completion. Is your decision. Nobody else can force you. How much ever you listen, unless you decide, nothing is going to happen. When you decide with intensity, completion happens. Any technique you follow, whatever you feel like working out for you, you do it. Clear? Is it clear? You need to have a desire, you need to have a decision. And all the thing, your baggage of past, your mirror, all that. Definitely you need to have a past. Madan says. That past has to be, you need to be aware of it. But you don't know what happened. You don't even remember anything. You don't know why you are behaving, what you are behaving. Then nothing can be done. So you need to bring awareness and bring that past back. That past has to be there. You are also right, Vishwanathan, if I think back. Absolutely right. You have to bring that past thing into awareness. Then only we know I'm stuck here with these feelings, with this inner image. I need to get out of these feelings. This is what I'm reflecting in every aspect of my life. So Lingod Bhavan is asking a beautiful question. What if you find it hard to remember? Lingod Bhavan, simply, okay, if you don't remember anything, okay. What is the last time you felt powerless? You start with what you have. Start with what you have. What is the last time you had a powerless feeling? You start with that. Let me give you a clear cut what Swamiji explained. If you have a hard time remembering the past, say, last year, last year. Okay, scan through your life. Scan through your life. We are just the beginning of this year, no? So 2023, what happened? How you define your life at that time? But Darshan, wait, I will answer your question. First, let me complete this Lingodbhavan question. See, you don't know any trace of it. You don't know why, how it started. You find it hard to remember anything. Then scan through. Let me give you this step-by-step process. Scan through your life last year. Now we are in the beginning of 2024, right? January only. Scan through your life. Or just in this year, in these 20 days, 25 days, how do you rate your life? Are you all the 27 days you lived blissfully, power manifesting, powerfully? If anything happened, you note down that incident. Lingodbhavan, are you listening? And then scan through last year. How was your life whole last year? How was your life whole last year? How do you rate your life? How did the year go? We have this yearly report, no? This year, all these great things happened. This year, this many incidences, calamities happened. All that. Like, how do you rate your life last year? And if you remember in all the year, few incidences which you really not feeling good about, powerless about, right? Start rating those because they are the most recent ones. Start writing those. Okay, start writing about those. Then, after 1 year you wrote, and now scan last 5 years. After last year, 2023, now 2022 to 5 years behind. In that 5 years, what are all the scan? Just that 5 years only scan. Don't go childhood and all that because it's hard to remember. So, in that 5 years, from 2022 to scan back 5 years. What are the incidences that you remember at your workplace, with your family, with general feeling about you, how, the quality of life that you led, all that. Any incidents you remember, you write down that. Then again, scan back 5 years before. Like that, take 5 years, okay? And scan back and write it down. Actually, when you start writing last 1 year, and then 5 years, and then 5 years, you start remembering the previous years easily. Lingodbhavan, understanding? When you start really writing from the recent ones, you start, one thing leads to other. It is like a Pandora box open. You start remembering. Suddenly, if you sit and try to remember, some people may find it hard to childhood incidences. Then you start like this. You go from the recent ones. Yesterday, last month, last year, last 5 years, and then 5 years. Like that, every 5 years you write down. It will lead you to many incidences where you really trace back. You keep doing, even if you don't trace back really that engage, do not worry. You start with what the past you have. Whatever in the past. Said, Vishwanathan actually said correctly. Now, if I think back, it's perfect answer. Actually, that is one of the important answer. You need to have past. You need to remember it. Absolutely. So, now, Lingodwan has a problem. He doesn't remember the past. Then there is no past. How to do the completion? Absolutely. Your answer is perfect, Vishnathan. Now I agree. Decision should be there, but also past should be there. You don't remember the past. You don't even know when it started. And how do you have this feeling? You are entertaining this powerless thing, but you don't know when it started. You don't have a past. Then how do you complete? Absolutely right. So trace back with this method. Then you need to have little patience. Sincerely, your decision, it needs a lot of patience, isn't it? Right? It is very difficult to listen to yourself. When I say you means I am also you. It is Swamiji's words that I'm speaking. Right? So when you listen to yourself, it's very hard to listen to listening to yourself. Paying attention to what is there in our inner space is difficult. So now let's understand you are beyond pain and suffering. When you understand your what to do if you don't remember, you prepare your past by tracing it back. I had the powerful click. Now you are beyond pain and suffering. Let's have some more powerful cognitions from Swamiji.
The first sutra, deny the existence of all pain and suffering, all dimensions and aspects of pain and suffering. Even if you are getting drowned in the ocean, just tell yourself, Swamiji said there is no pain or suffering. Come what may, let's see. But there is no pain or suffering. Be very clear. You won't have death. Death is not end. Losing the truth is the greatest loss than death. Society has brainwashed you too much. Society has brainwashed you too much. By giving the multiple layered lies. Listen. This multiple layered lies catch your attention. Even if you are convinced about the one lie, gone. You have put your leg on the slippery rock and you will land in the end delusion. Don't. 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 Deny the fundamental, foundational brainwashing technique used by society, deluded society on you about the existence of pain and suffering. Listen, it is not okay to be normal with absolutely sick social conditioning. Don't try to be normal with the shit, sick social conditioning. meditate, contemplate, internalize. All the statements today I am making. The first statement is about the truth. Denial of all the brainwashing done to you about the pain and suffering. Second statement. This decision to be in truth will expand your brain's ability to reflect, radiate, manifest superconsciousness with the powerful cosmic space and this cosmic nada, Shiva, 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 Mahanada, Shiva, 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 Shiva. When your brain develops the capacity to reflect and radiate the cosmos in the pure conscious form, your mind can never take possession of your brain and brainwash you to believe into anything called pain and suffering. This is the greatest liberation. This is the greatest liberation. Now, third statement. Listen to this third statement. I am having 25 heads, one consciousness. In you, you have broken yourself into 25 consciousness, even though you have only one head. One head, but working in 25 different, getting pulled and pushed in 25 directions. In my case, I have 25 head, but all integrated to one consciousness. That's why I can think 25 various things and manifest all the 25 various things at a time in a cool, stress-free way. Your decision to deny the existence of any form of pain, suffering, delusion, its aspects, dimensions, etc. mentioned and above not mentioned. Mentioned above and not mentioned, everything. Your decision to deny it makes such beautiful space in you. Simply start manifesting powers and play with the powers. That will give you tremendous confidence to strengthen powers and powerfulness and deny the existence of pain and suffering and the lower way of existing. Sit like Mahabhairava, Mahakala Bhairava. Hey, I am telling you the truth. You are Mahakala Bhairava. I am not brainwashing you. Actually, if I want to exploit you, I should tell you you are something lower than God. I should be brainwashing you into some lower identity so that I can continue to exploit you. But I am not interested in exploiting you. I am interested in expressing through you. You are my soulmate. You are my conscious life partner. I celebrate when you are liberated. Anyone who is now catching what I am saying and saying, yes, Swamiji told, I have no suffering, no pain forever. And I am deciding, I have no suffering, no pain. You are my beloved now. I just want to hug you. You are my own. I have only one reason to tell the truth, because truth makes you fulfilled and makes me fulfilled. You are Kala Bhairava. Sit like Kala Bhairava and tell very clearly to your past, present, future. Hey, I am Kala Bhairava. Anyone tries to do good to me, they will be given good. Anyone tries to do bad, they will be given bad. But I am not initiator of any karma. I am the neutral, sacred space, Nirvikalpa Samadhi. If you throw laddu on me, you will get the laddu back. If you throw stone on me, you will get that stone back. If you throw the shit on me, you will get that shit back. But nothing will touch me, and I will not throw anything. I will not be working, operating in any of the cognition level where this sick society operates. There is no concept of pseudo dignity and the reason to operate. Far from pseudo dignity. With this clarity, sit in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. I tell you that quality which oozes out from your consciousness into your body, it will actually literally bring that sweetness in your tongue. That is what is actually Amrita. Amrita means the principles of immortality digested, cognized by your mind and gets sunk, drilled, driven into your brain, and that brain's opening up, flowering, that Sahasrara Chakra flowering, and that honey pours inside the system, literally brings sweetness inside your throat. Amrita. Principles of immortality. Truths of immortality. When they are chewed by your mind and gets into your brain, the chemistry, alchemistry happens in you, in your biology, is nectar. Actually, I am tasting that this very moment. That's the reason I am taking a few seconds to settle down and speak. Now the fifth statement. Listen to this fifth statement. When you start actively practicing this truth, express it in your inner image with yourself, through your outer image with others, all the conflict will become irrelevant. Be powerful, bold. to stand any stress created externally or internally. When you manifest this truth and demonstrate your vairagya and will persistent, uncompromisingly, vairam vainda vairagyam, vairagya like a diamond, vajra vairagya. That's all. That's all. Listen, 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 listen to this truth and internalize, manifest.
The beautiful mantra, Mrityunjaya mantra. Trayambagam yajamahe sugandhim pushti vardhanam urvarugamiva bandhanan mrityormukshiyamamrutat. See the word pushti vardhanam. When ripe, it relaxes. If you are ripe from all the needs of the world, your demand from the world, if you feel you have sucked the world enough, you have taken all the possible juice and you are matured, you have nothing more to demand from the world, pushti vardhanam, then you decide to operate on gratitude. Understand? Till you decide to operate on gratitude, you have not yet completed your commitment, means immature relationship with the world. Till you are in the mood of sucking, till you are in the mood of demanding. I tell you, as long as you are in the mood of demanding, sucking, you are a child, minor. You are not adult. You are not matured. You might have been grown, but not matured. When the gratitude becomes your fundamental cognition to operate with you, with the life, with the humanity, and with the universe, I tell you, no suffering can touch you. Always you will be powerful. Everything you do will become historic. Because matured things are cognized by matured people. Fundamental quality of maturity is your cognition for operating will be gratitude. Gratitude will be your cognition of operation. I tell you, my masters invoked that in me. The intensity with which they invoked that in me brought such tremendous maturity.
Listen, matter, the external matter, because it is already dead, it functions only based on certain law of life. It does not have flow of life. Listen. It has a dharma, it does not have yama. Listen. Yama means flow of life. Dharma means law of life. the objects which has only law but no flow are called dead matter. Objects which has law and flow are called the conscious matter combination. Chit, Jada, Grandhi, human beings. We have the possibility of flow and certain law. For example, if you drink poison, your body will be dead, is a law. That is dharma. Yama, flow of life. If you want, any time you can excite yourself, enthuse yourself, make yourself happy, is the flow of life. Understand? Flow of life is free, joyful, exciting, enthusiastic expression of you. Yama. Flow of life is your freedom. Yama. Law of life is simple, straightforward rules. Dharma. If something functions only based on law of life, it is dead matter. If something can play between both law of life and flow of life, functions as straight dead matter. Flow of life as a possibility of excitement, enthusiasm, non-materialistic, expansive cognitions. Listen. Non-materialistic, expansive cognitions are possible with flow of life. Yama. Yama, dharma. Please understand this word. The flow of life belongs to consciousness. Law of life belongs to matter. Human being is a possibility. He functions with flow of life and law of life both. But unfortunately, he overlaps the law of life and forgets, misses the flow of life. All your pain, all your suffering, all your pain, all your suffering is because you think flow of life has to be framed into law of life, and you always feel law of life is boring. Law of life is made for matter. In you, there is a part which is matter. Deal matter with law of life, not consciousness. Consciousness need to be cognized constantly with flow of life. I'll give you more examples. Listen. For example, everyday satsang. If you deal it as a law of life, it is boring. Oh God, every day I have to come and sit. Today I have a great attendance in satsang. But instead, if you look, no, it is not same every day. Every day, the new cognition, inspiration, understanding is happening in me, then the same satsang becomes flow of life, not law of life. Even food can become boring if you cognize from the angle of law of life. Please understand, so many youth who are born with silver spoon are committing suicide by middle age because they feel everything is boring. They've seen enough of food. Just for food, they fly hours together from country to country. They've seen enough of liquor, enough of drugs, enough of women, enough of everything. They feel bored. What to do? Let's do something new. Commit suicide. No, really it is happening. Some places where you are not courageous enough to commit suicide, just fall into depression. Law of life, good, as far as you deal the matter. But if you project that on the consciousness, it makes life bored. No work, no working day is same. But you go on believing. You are constantly made to believe. Monday to Friday, it is all same. All the system which makes you a number. Listen. All the system which makes you a number tries to put you just into the law of life, dharma.
At least 200 techniques Sadashiva is giving for completion, for various incompletions and various methods, process, procedures, systems, technique, for various background people and various genders and for variety of people. But let me put it on record. The most powerful completion technique is declaring with your will. I tell you, if you learn that through your willful declaration, bringing completion, you have mastered the science of completion. And no suffering can come to you anymore in the life. You have reached a space where all sufferings are redundant and irrelevant to your life. And it is not difficult. That's the good news I have for you guys. It's not difficult. It is like you always think, oh, I can't even lift 5 kg and work out. How can I lift 100 kg and work out? Only if I lift 100 kg and work out, the model's photos I see, my body can become like that. Fool, don't you understand? First lift 2 kg, the strength which your system generates, with that you will be able to lift 5 kg. The strength which your system generates, with that you can go to 10. It is not supposed to be compared with where you are now and where you are supposed to be. No. That is the bad way of thinking. Toxic thinking, toxic thought current. No. Declare now with all your will. One victory will add more willpower in you, strength in you, then that will take you to the next level of willful declaration, powerful declaration. That will lead you to the next level. I've always seen people taking a very convenient but cunning route. Oh, we can never reach where you are. Where is you? Where am I? This is the most cunning pattern you can develop. And never allow me to influence your life. I have seen people do that. How can we compare ourselves with you? Listen. Listen. The other day, somebody was asking me a question about this will. One of my team members asked, how can I get out of some patterns when I know it as a pattern? Understand. Be grown up. Be matured adult. When you know it as a pattern, just break it. Decide to drop it. I tell you, just by your will, you can have completion. You are a matured, grown up adult. Just by your will, if you can put your love or withdraw your love from some time, space, action, person, that is the ultimate maturity of emotion. By your will, able to complete some hatred, by your will, able to manifest love, by your will, able to withdraw yourself, by your will, able to throw yourself completely into it. Listen. All techniques are nothing but trying to make your will catch this truth. Trying to make your will catch this truth. Your will is the most powerful completion technique. Here, Upanishad declares, let there be no separation. Let me have completion with Brahman, the consciousness, and let Brahman be complete with me. So be it. Anirakaranamastu nirakaranam me astu. Anirakaranamastu nirakaranam me astu. It is just declaration. Prayer is the method of mentally retarded people connecting with God. Declaration is the method of matured beings connecting with God. Even to connect with God, don't be mentally retarded. Declaration.
declaration is the matured way of connecting with God.
Yes. Now, let's do one internalization exercise on this. You are beyond suffering. So what are the powerful cognitions from this session? What to do when I experience suffering? Just decide. Swamiji told I have no suffering, no pain forever. I am deciding I have no suffering, no pain. You declare that first. You decide that first. Second, apply these 5 in any situation. We are reviewing, internalizing powerful cognitions from this session, how to not to grieve for anything. First thing, deny the brainwashing done about pain and suffering. For example, if you do not sleep for 4 days, you will die. This is a myth. We have already seen signs of Jiva Samadhi and several examples of people who are still alive very much in the body. Second, decide to be in the truth. Example, we learned that we have presence in the 14 lokas. So, depending on the powerful cognition, manifest that presence on this loka. Third, I'm having 25 heads and 1 consciousness. For example, now you have broken yourself into 25 consciousness, even though you have only 1 head, but truth is, you can think 25 various things at a time in a cool, stress-free way. Fourth, you are Paramashiva. Decide you are Paramashiva. You are Kala Bhairava. Example, decide I'm neutral, secret space of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. You will be learning about this in the upcoming sessions about unclutching. How do we experience the Nirvikalpa Samadhi? 5, be powerful, bold to stand any stress created externally or internally. When you start actively participating with this truth, expressing it in your inner image with yourself, through your outer image with others, all the conflicts will become irrelevant. I have questions here. Manifested, wonderful, Lista. Yes. So are you clear about all these 5? Please repeat step 2. Okay, I had a doubt. That's why I projected again. That I went too fast. Okay, so step 2. Decide to be in the truth. Example, we learned that we have presence in 14 lokas. That you'll be learning in Paramashivoham Level 3. That 14 lokas, your presence is there. So depending on the powerful cognition, manifest that presence in that loka. You can be in Kailasa, you can be in Mahakailasa, you can be in Janaloka. There are different lokas, heaven, all that. Listen, manifest SJPK, 25 head consciousness, 14 lokas, Paramashiva. Yes. Any other questions on this? Now, how many of you know churning of the Milky Ocean? Like, okay, you are all good. How many of you know churning of the Milky Ocean story? Devatas one side, Rakshasas one side, and they churned the Milky Ocean, and Amrita came. First, the poison came, Paramashiva swallowed and kept it here. How many of you know that story? Vishwanathan, do you know? Please share the story. If you don't know, I'm going to Swamiji explain the story mind-boggling, in the sense much deeper truths. But you should know the basic story first. Without knowing the story, how are you going to understand? Because that's a churning. Okay, I'll explain to you. The story briefly, I'll explain to you. So none of you know. Okay. So at one point of time, like Devatas means the gods, people who have positive thoughts, simply put it, and always does good for others. Always say the wind god, the rain, Varuna Devata, the Agni Devata, everyone, all that they do only good for the humanity, good for every being. Their presence is a blessing. Their darshan, they give the boons. They are devatas. Right? So, and demons. You know what the demons do? Rakshasas, the demons. They do always only me. I should live 100 years, everyone should die. Or if they live, they should serve me. So the demonic attitude, only me, my pleasure, me. That is demons. So they for their pleasure, for their egoistic, for their power hunger, they do always kill people. They always go to heaven and try to harm the devatas. So always this demons and devatas, always this war always happens. So at one point of time, they learned that in the ocean, there's the amrita, the nectar. Whoever drinks the nectar, they will become immortal. Eternally, there's nothing called death for them. So, but that to get that amrita, that nectar, the ocean needs to be churned. How that is possible? With one party is not possible. There's not enough strength to churn that. So then Devatas went and asked the demons, when the Amrita comes, we'll all share. You also participate in this big task. So finally, the lot of talks went on. So both parties agreed to both sides to churn. There are a lot of details. I'm not going with the details. Basically, the big Vasuki become the thread kind of thing. And when it's churning, it is sinking. The big Merudanda, big mountain become the, danda. That in the middle, that danda means that stick, what do you call? And when it's sinking, Mahavishnu came and Kurma Avatara, the tortoise, and he came and he supported that. Always the gods support our deeds, good deeds. So the Mahavishnu came and become the base. So like that, the churning started. When the first churning started, Devatas one side, Rakshasas one side, positive forces one side, negative forces one side, they started churning in the aim of getting the nectar. So first came was a poison. What is there? First poison will be there. No, the poison came out. That poison is literally taking over the whole cosmos. If we don't control that, everyone will finished. That time, Paramashiva came and swallowed all the poison, and Devi came and stopped here. His throat becomes blue. That's why his name is Neelakanta. Paramashiva saved the world with that. Mahavishnu is supporting the whole thing. Paramashiva saved the poison. First, the poison that cannot be controlled by anything, just Paramashiva swallowed it. And then churning started. After the poison, lot of good things happened. Kamadenu. There are so many good things. So both parties are equally distributing it. You take this, we take this. There are so many things. In that churning only, Mahalakshmi came and, she married to Vishnu. That before that also, there is a story why Mahalakshmi went back, all that. So I'm not going to, it's a big story. I'm not going into all the details. So basically, there are so many good, first poison came, lot of good things came. And finally, nectar came. But this, after the nectar came, the Rakshasas, see, normally they should distribute equally, but Rakshasa, that they're crazy people, no. So they just grab it and they started running away. They only want to survive. They only want to live eternally. They run away. Then again, big story happened. And Mahavishnu came in the female, enticing female, Mohini, and enticed the Rakshasas and told that I will distribute all of you equally. That is the original agreement. So please sit. So Devatas sat, Rakshasas sat. And if the Rakshasas are, Mahavishnu knows, everyone knows, already they started doing this kind of collapsing things. So Mahavishnu first gave to every, the Mohini, he just gave the artificial thing, some nectar look like to Rakshasas and gave the original. Because yes, his job is to maintenance, right? So you can't entertain you can't encourage the negative forces. So all the original Amrita to Devatas. All this is observed by one Rakshasa, and they changed the form and sat in the Devatas line and drank the Amrita, one demon. And this is seen by Surya and Chandra, sun and moon. They complained to Mahavishnu, stop this. Then one demon drank this poison. Then Mahavishnu, for Mohini too, he became Mahavishnu, and immediately Rudra, his Sudarshan, and cut the Rakshasa's head. But he already drank the poison. He cannot be died. His head is cut off. They are Rahu and Ketu. The head is Rahu and the body is Ketu. And because they are immortal and whatever it is, the many stories, and that's why Rahu, Ketu always go and try to swallow the moon and sun. It's a Grahan, we call, right? The Grahana. They try to, that some agreements happened basically, and Paramashiva gave them the nakshatra, the 9 planets. The Rahu and Ketu become the planets who influence our life. They become that position. Then all this churning happened. That is the story basically. There are much more details to it, but how do we understand to our life? Swamiji explained so beautifully how all the time we go up and down. A lot of conflicts happen in our life. So this story has a great significance to it. So let's understand Swamiji's own voice. It's such a beautiful way, much deeper truth, very simply Swamiji explained. We will get a powerful clicks for the completion. So let's listen to Swamiji as a last session. Any questions in this story, please let me know before we start this. So you did not listen to this story anytime, Vishwanathan? I understand Ms. Shante never heard. Any questions on this? Please do let me know.
Story of churning of the Milky Ocean in Hindu tradition. How many of you heard that story? How many of you have not heard? Raise your hand. Oh, there are enough. So I'll tell the story again. In Hindu tradition, we have a story that in the Milky Ocean, the nectar is there. It's like from milk, how the butter is churned out. Same way the nectar is available in the Milky Ocean, but you need to churn it out. So when the nectar comes out, whoever drinks that nectar will become immortal. So all the gods, devas, the demigods, all of them wanted to have that nectar. But unfortunately, the poor guys, they cannot churn the ocean by themselves. They need the help of demons also. Please understand, every line is full of philosophical truths. So the gods, they went to ask for the help of demons. Usually both of them always fight with each other. But the deal was struck that when the nectar comes out, off 50-50 share. So then because the share they agreed, after all they are brothers. Both of them have decided, all right, we will do it together. Then both of them go to their father, Brahma, ask Brahma, creator, we both have decided to churn the Milky Ocean and get the nectar out. Brahma was delighted and excited. Oh God, I have never seen both teams coming together. It is always an headache for me. One will come and snatch some boon from me and go and torture the other one. The other one will come and complain and take some other boon from me and go and torture the other one. This is a whole day is same work. First time both of you guys have come. Great. What do you want from me? They asked, we want your help and suggestion and guidance. How to go about? He said, you need the Shivas on which Shiva is sitting, the Meru hill, and on which Vishnu is lying down, the Vasugi, Adisesha, snake. You need the hill, Meru, Kailash as a spindle, and snake, largest snake in the world, on which Vishnu is lying down, that Adisesha as a rope. These guys thought, oh God, that's too much. How to go and ask? Brahma says, no, go and ask both of them, they will give you. It's not a problem at all. But they were not able to, these demons and demigods are not able to trust the Shiva and Vishnu. They directly went and struck a deal with the Kailash hill and the snake. They said, you guys come, cooperate, you will have one share of nectar. Finally, without the Shiva's blessing, Kailash came. Without the Vishnu's blessing, snake also came. And they started the churning. And the Kailash is the spindle, the snake is the rope, and one side the demons, other side the demigods. Even before starting the churning, the fight started. Who will be in the head side? Because head is always special. God said, we only will be in the head side. Demon said, no, we will be in the head side, you be in the tail side. Finally, somehow Brahma intervened and advised, hey, allow the demons to be near the heads. Anyhow, they agreed. The demons were near the head and demigods were in the leg, feet, the tail side. The churning has started. Suddenly, because neither Shiva gave permission to Meru, nor Vishnu gave permission to the snake, the hill has started sinking inside the ocean. How many of you have seen that churning when they churn the milk for butter? The Indian villages with spindle, they'll churn. The same way the churning has started. One side demons, one side gods, and it has started sinking. That spindle. Now big problem, what to do? They ran to Shiva. Shiva is just in Samadhi. Nothing can be done. They ran to Vishnu. Vishnu thought it's too much, because not only that spindle is sinking, it is dragging the whole crowd inside the ocean, because all these guys are holding that rope. When that is sinking, naturally what will happen? The whole world is sinking and there will be no population, no fun. What to do? Vishnu is supposed to be a protector. He rushes and he becomes a huge tortoise and lifts that spindle and holds that spindle on his back so that they can continue the churning. The hill will not be drowning and the people will not get drowned. Because he is a protector, he has to protect. So, Brahma created the chaos. Vishnu is protecting the chaos. The churning is going on. So many things came out. Like a kalpa vriksha, tree which gives whatever you want. Parijata, the eternal smelling flowers. Parijata, kalpa vriksha, ratna singhasana, shining throne, and chintamani griha, the house of diamonds, and everything, all the celestial thing, all the Ujjaisravas, that horse, Airavata, elephant, and Shamantaka, the most powerful, valuable jewel in the world. All of you should know that even in the modern day, the world's most costliest jewel is not that what is in the Washington. How many of you have seen that diamond? In the Washington there is one diamond. Washington Museum they have displayed. That is not the world's costliest. There is another one jewel which Venkateshwara is wearing, is the world's costliest. Still there is no, they are not able to put any value for it. Venkateshwara's right chest is having, on the Srivatsam they put, on Vaikuntha Ekadasi day they will put on those festival days, that huge, it's called Vaidurya, the ripe portion of Vaira, diamond. The diamond, if it is at least 1,000 years old, older than the diamond. I think this Vaidurya word is only a Sanskrit word, because in the West they don't know this concept of Vaidurya. It's like a wine, the old wine is valuable, the most stronger diamond, strongest diamond, Vaidurya, he wears. So that jewel is supposed to, it is supposed to have come out of the churning. And that is a one piece, only one piece available in the planet Earth, that Venkateshwara is wearing. Anyhow, it's a story, we don't know what else. But all these things came out. Parijata, Kalpa Vriksha, Chindamani Griha, and Airavata. Airavata is the four tusk elephant. 4 tusks, not 2. So all these celestial things came out. And the funny part is, when all these things came out, each one went and grabbed. It's mine, it is mine, it is mine. When Parijata came out, Indra went and grabbed. When Kalpavriksha came out, Kubera went and grabbed. When Shanganidhi, Padmanidhi came out, again Kubera grabbed. And when Ujjaisra was, the horse came out, Asuras, Rakshasas grabbed. When the Ramba Menaka Urvasi came out, Indra grabbed. When finally Lakshmi came out, the wealth, energy itself, then Vishnu grabbed. When the Akshamala, the Rudraksh Japamala and Kamandalu came out, Brahma grabbed. When all the useful things came out, everybody grabbed. It is theirs, they all grabbed. Unfortunately, that snake has become completely tired. These fellows went on churning, did not bother to feed that snake, poor snake. And that fellow, so tired, he just vomited poison. See, when they were churning, the hill was sitting on the tortoise back. That lot of friction, heat, intense heat was created. When this fellow vomited the poison, it went and exactly hit that heat, and poison heated. That is what is alagala. It's not a cold poison. Cold poison will not spread and do damage. The heated poison will spread even in the air and start killing people. The first air pollution, chemical attack, or I can say first chemical mishappening. Maybe 10,000 times, like Bhopal gas accident. Something has happened in that heat. When the poison was added, intense heat, it's a huge destruction. Millions of demons and demigods have started dying. And now nobody is able to save, because Vishnu is below and Brahma has disappeared, ran away. And what to do? Indra runs to Shiva, Mahadeva. He is in Samadhi, but they all run and pray, oh Lord, please save us. We don't know what to do. Shiva opens his eyes and sees the fun. Okay. He comes down. After all, he is the embodiment of compassion. He collects the whole poison just in one bowl and drinks it. Devi was frightened. Oh God, how will you handle? If something happens to you, what will happen? So she holds the neck of Shiva. The poison just forms a blue color and stays in the neck itself, throat itself. Then the nectar came out. The moment nectar came out, the fight started between demons and demigods, gods and demons. And went to the demons and said, demons are holding the pot. She said, give that pot to me, I'll distribute everybody. They trusted her and gave the pot, and Vishnu disappeared with the pot. And he made all of them to stand in one line. So he started distributing first to the gods. And poor demons are standing in the line, thinking that they will also get it. But two demons came in the form of gods and stood in the queue and tried to steal the nectar. Somehow they got and put it in the mouth. When Vishnu saw that, he sent his disc and cut the head. That too only a Ragu and Kedu, trying to swallow, but they have not swallowed. They have not become immortal. Finally, all the gods got the nectar and became eternal, and demons, without getting the nectar, and not only the tiredness of that hard work churning, they all died and disappeared. This is the story. Now the philosophy part. See, the spindle, understand one by one. The spindle is the unclutching technique. Your body is the milky ocean. Good thoughts are the gods, and discouraging, depressing thoughts are the demons. When you start unclutching, see, unclutching is the Kailash hill. That is the Kailash hill. Unclutching is the technique. When you start unclutching, for a few moments you will see all joyful, relaxed, blissful mood, good thoughts, courageous, encouraging. Within 5 minutes you will see depressed. No, impossible, I can't do this, all foolishness. Who will know? Who knows what will happen? The discouraging, that is, means demons are pulling. When the discouraging things are going on in you, demons are pulling. When the encouraging things are happening, gods are pulling. The tortoise below, holding without the spindle sinking, is the encouragement which you get from master. Come on, do it. Don't allow sinking. Don't allow. Continue, continue, continue. That is the tortoise holding. And all the auspicious things comes out of that ocean. Like Kalpavriksha, or gems, jewels, wealth. These are the extraordinary powers you get. Extraordinary powers you accumulate during the unclutching process. Now you will see. You will suddenly have the intelligence to find out what is going to happen tomorrow, day after tomorrow. And telepathy moods will come. Intuition will be awakened. Levitation happening. Different siddhis will start happening. These are the extraordinary powers, things coming out of the churning. But be very clear, don't be stuck with it. Don't be stuck with it. They will all come and don't bother about it. Don't bother much about it. You will have wealth. Whole life is this churning only. And the way many things comes out. So many things comes out. Your body will become so alive, ecstatic. These are all different products coming out during the churning. Then finally, the heavy, unbearable, dead-end depression. That is what is Alagala Visha. Alagala poison. Deep hatred towards everything, including master. Unable to trust anything. Every seeker will go through this mood at some point. At some point, every seeker will go through. That is the Alahala poison. At that moment, you should have the intelligence to run to Shiva, Guru. Then, Guru swallows it, digests and clears it. After that, when the churning happens, only then the nectar comes out, enlightenment. Even when the enlightenment comes, some of the demonic thoughts will try to become immortal in you. But protector, Vishnu will take care. The Guru's grace is Vishnu. Guru is Shiva, Guru's grace is Vishnu. He will take care that demons don't become immortal. So all the good sacred sentiments you had will drink the nectar and become immortal. And the experience of superconsciousness stays inside you eternally, like a person who has become immortal by drinking the nectar.
Now, let's do the internalization exercise, last segment, churning of the Milky Ocean. So what is your understanding? Yes. Now, so mapping it to your life. In life, when discouraging things are going on in you. That means what? Demons are pulling. When encouraging things are happening, gods are pulling. Use the encouragement you get from the guru represented by the tortoise. He supports, right? All this, he's there as a supporting the Merudanda, supporting us, holding the spindle from sinking. Come on, do it. Don't allow sinking. All the auspicious things will come out. All the extraordinary powers will come out. Don't be stuck with it. You will have wealth. Your body will become so alive, ecstatic. If you are tired of practicing authenticity and tolerate inauthenticity, the experience which happens is the poison. The deep hatred towards everything, including Guru, happens. At that moment, you should have the intelligence to run to Guru. Paramashiva is neither the benefactor of the nectar, nor he is the person who is churning or the person who bought the poison. But he swallowed the poison. He takes simple responsibility for others. Your inauthenticity also. Paramashiva takes responsibility. So contemplate your life and pen down 3 instances when you got tired of persisting with authenticity and compromised for something lesser and how it affected your life. When you try to do good things and you got tired of persisting with doing the best, the authenticity, and it's okay kind of attitude, you compromised for something less, and how it affected your life. When you compromise, when you postpone, when you don't do things, when you know, at that time you miss the opportunities, or you did not get the rank that you want, you did not achieve whatever you wanted to achieve, or you wasted life with so much of negative feelings, powerless feelings, all that. The day you are not lived blissfully, you wasted life. The way you are not living with full control of your life, blissfully manifesting, you are wasting your life. So that also. So quickly pen down. Quickly ponder over. Are you all done? Are you all done with internalization of this? You got the essence of this, right? All right. And tomorrow we are going to learn about Kalpataru. This Kalpataru is what? One of the wish-fulfilling tree. Whatever you ask, it will give. Churning of the Milky Ocean, this Kalpataru tree came, which Devatas took. Okay, the god took. So why are we learning about that? We are sitting under the Kalpataru tree. So we are going to learn about that, all that, to manifest the reality that we want. So tomorrow we are going to have sessions on Kalpataru, manifest your reality. Very powerful. It was a very successful program as a one-day program for many years. And tomorrow you are going to learn as part of the Paramashivoham Level-1 program. So come back with your friends and family and let's pay our deepest gratitude to Swamiji. With the space of deep gratitude, let's conclude with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tasat Sarvam Bhagavashri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam, everyone. Thank you so much and see you all tomorrow. Nithyanandam.